Alrighty, hi guys, it is Millie with MillysVines. I am back with my second video. Before I get into things, I did want to take a second to thank everyone who liked, subscribed, and commented, just engaged with my first video. I can't even express how nervous I was to upload that first video, but it's also been a big kind of goal of mine to start my own YouTube channel. So just wanted to thank you guys for all the engagement. So happy to be creating my own plant community here. So for my second video, this is going to be more of a relaxed video. I'm probably going to end up doing a voiceover. So I know I got some feedback to work on my audio a little bit, so we are going to do our best here. Today I don't have too much planned. It's a Sunday, so I just want to kind of do some plant care, go look around, see who needs me. Yeah, I know I have some Hoya care to do today. I'm probably going to give some TLC to my Monstera here. And yeah, I'm just going to take you guys through a plant care on a super relaxed Sunday. So the vibe for this, I know some of my favorite YouTube videos to watch are just plant care videos. I kind of put my headphones in, listen to the video, do my own plant care. So feel free to do that if you would like. Also, if you want to leave some feedback on what you guys like to see on plant channels, I would love any advice that you guys could give me. So yeah, we can go ahead and get into the video. Thank you guys so much for being here. So all my plant care days require coffee. I did film this with one hand, so I got a little crazy with the caramel here, but you know, not the worst thing that could happen. My first chore for today is going around and spraying mainly my new leaves on my philodendron. I know if you have philodendron, you know that their leaves often kind of struggle coming out, so I like to just mist them just to help with the, I guess, lubrication process, if you will. It's totally not necessary. Some people aren't fans of misting. I get that as well. For me, I honestly just enjoy it, and I do find that the leaves kind of slip out and unfurl a little bit better, so totally up to you. It's just something ultimately that I enjoy doing. Probably do this like weekly, every 2 weeks. I'm not that serious with it. Also, I do not know why that leaf is yellowing, but that is okay. So yeah, these are my philodendron on my trellis. I still love this trellis. This is my newest iridescence. I'm not sure how to say that. I think I underwatered it, so I'm losing a couple leaves, but that is okay. This guy here is a definition of a philodendron. This is like the ballerina slipper meme that you guys have seen. Here I am showing how I check my Hoyas, taco test. If you know, you know. This guy was clearly thirsty, so my bad there. I'm gonna take him right to the sink. And with my Hoyas, my bonsai, there's certain plants that I just like flood with water. Honestly, this plant has excellent drainage, so when I do water it, I water it very thoroughly. That's just what works for me, and I find that Hoyas kind of like to have almost a drought period and then have some really intense watering. These guys I haven't watered in honestly weeks, and I looked at them and they were all wrinkly, so how to do that. My bonsais are a similar thing. Bonsais love water. I live in a desert, so it's averaging like over 100 degrees. I'm not even kidding about that. So this might look kind of crazy to some people, but I find that my bonsais really love a thorough saturation of water. I would say at least every other day, again, where I live. I also like to just hose down the leaves, clean everything off. These plants live outdoors. I find that they kind of enjoy that, so I give it a big watering. Sometimes I submerge it in a bowl too, just kind of depends. This is my, oh gosh, I think it's a juniper. This is not doing too well, and anyone who's like a bonsai, not expert, but if you have experience with bonsais, I'm actually really struggling with this guy. You can see there's some browning. Maybe I'm not watering it enough. It's a southwest exposure. It's outside, but it's pulled back probably like 8 feet. I'm thinking it's underwatering. I'm a little bit nervous. This was my newest bonsai, so if you do have tips for bonsai, please let me know. Again, I think this is a juniper, but I'm kind of blanking. And then for the rest of this, typically what I do is I just go around and I kind of feel the soil, check on everybody. I try to just look at my plants weekly just to see what is needed. This guy is such a pain to water since he's growing all the way up to the ceiling. This is actually my newest plant. It's a euphorbia. I think it's called like a zipper plant or something. It's not the scientific species name, but super cool. I realized here that my air plant looks super thirsty, so I'm going to do that after this video. But again, I'm just coming in, checking the soil on these guys. They get a lot of light, so I'm just seeing if anything needs water urgently. I really recommend this if you have a collection. Just get in the habit of checking in on your plants so you don't catch something too late. This guy, I probably water like every week. It's not technically a cactus, so it actually is thirstier than you would think. My silver sword has, I don't know, this plant is like easy, but it's also temperamental. I've lost a couple leaves recently and I'm a little worried about it, but I love her. She's still one of my favorites. My monstera here, I'm trying to show you, it crisped up and I ended up cutting the ends off. They almost looked like burnt. Not sure if that was a good idea or not. Aesthetically, it looks much better, but I think it might have been burning in the sun and underwatering. And then here I am using this is technically dead bug spray, but I actually had my own mixture in here. I think it's water, neem oil, dish soap, something else. But mainly I knew that there was a new leaf coming out on here soon, so I just want to make sure she was dust free. She's able to kind of photosynthesize accordingly, so I really just wanted to give her some love because it's been a minute. Again, I don't do this with all of my plants. I kind of have to pick and choose just because I have a big collection, but here you'll see, usually I take this to the shower. I quite literally was too lazy this day, so I used a towel. It's not my favorite method, but I try to move the spacing of the towel around too, so I'm not wiping with the same area, if that makes sense. Now I'm moving on to my Hoya care. I probably do this about weekly in the summer. I believe Hoyas are epiphytes, I think I'm saying that correctly, so they actually absorb nutrients through the leaves, and that's what this spray does. It really helps me with my blooms, so I try to be pretty consistent with this through the spring and the summer months. I swear by it. I have 2 blooms on the way. Granted, it's taken me 2 years to get there, but this is just, again, kind of fun for me. You probably should do this in the shower, but sometimes I'm honestly just too lazy for that. So just coming in, I spray these quite liberally. I kind of enjoy this process, I'm not gonna lie. So just coming in one by one. Some of these clips are a little bit dark, so I do apologize, but this Hoya Matilda is actually the one that is blooming right now. I cannot wait. There's a picture of the bloom. Super exciting. This is my first Hoya to bloom. Also got this new hanging pot and I moved my Polynera in it and I love the way it looks. So cute. I have a couple hanging plants. Here actually I have 4, which is kind of OD, but yeah, that was my last Hoya. Little overview here. And then now we are moving on to my outdoor plants. So again, it's probably like 110 on average for the past week or so. So I'm using my moisture meter. Some of these plants, you can't really stick your finger in the soil. I go around whether I think they're dry or not every week, and I just read it for myself. I find that I don't use a moisture meter too often on my indoor plants, but my outdoor plants, again, with like the thorns, the spikes, it's just easier for me to kind of know where they're at. So here, this is honestly a very messy watering. I could definitely do this more clean, but I don't really mind. The water's gonna evaporate off of the ground. Sometimes I water plants over other plants so I don't waste too much water. But yeah, these little guys are pretty much always thirsty. They probably honestly could be watered even twice a week at this point. It's so hot, but I average once a week. Just going through, being careful, watering everything that needs it. I do think most of these plants can appreciate droughts, but I think ultimately you can get more consistent growth if they're not, just starving for water. Alright guys, that is it for my little plant care on the Sunday video. Hope that wasn't too random, but yeah, just basically went around, did some plant care, did some watering. When you have like over 70 plus plants, you kind of have to break it down day by day. So it's not all of my plant care that I'll do today, but just wanted to film some of this for you guys. Again, let me know what you guys would like to see. Give me some ideas. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, thank you guys.